When my son was about 8 months old, I took him home to Grandma and Grandpa's for vacation. Now, there's one thing that I know, that grandparents are very different from when they were parents, right? Something happens to them. So I took my son Taylor home to see Grandma and Grandpa, and my dad thought that he would be helpful and help me put Taylor to bed. He wasn't much help. I think he thought part of his role was to play the tickle games and wind him up as much as he could. Taylor was absolutely loving it, though. He couldn't take his eyes off of his grandpa. And my dad was thoroughly enjoying the role of grandpa. As they were playing on the bed, I looked at my dad, and he looked up at me, and he had tears in his eyes. I was afraid. I had never seen him get teary before. When I asked him what was wrong, he looked at me and he said, "I don't ever remember you being this age. I don't ever remember playing with you like this." Now, frankly, I don't remember much about my dad as I was growing up either. He was a dairy farmer, and the life of a dairy farmer meant that he was always working. Now, he may not be a great dad, but he is an amazing grandpa. When my sons come to visit, he drops absolutely everything to be with them, to talk to them, to play with them, to go fishing with them, to take them on four-wheeler rides to the bush. That day, seeing my dad and my son play together made me realize something. I didn't want to get so caught up in the busyness of life that later I had regrets. I didn't want to get to a point where I said to myself, "I'm sorry I missed that." Are the choices that you're making right now the right ones for you? Are you risking missing those memorable moments? What is it that you value? What brings you satisfaction? What brings you happiness? What keeps you healthy? We need to make these things a priority in our life.